What seemed like something that wasn't done not too long ago is now being done again. We are back. We're doing the clutch once again. I cheaped out, bought an eBay clutch the first time, thinking that it might work. I had a lot to learn, and this thing makes way too much torque power to hold down a shitty eBay clutch. So, with that being said, it's 9 o'clock. It's time to start working on the car. I finally found the motivation Saturday night, and we're gonna see how long this takes us. I'm just gonna focus on getting the car apart. I'll take a few shots here and there, and just of like key parts and things. So, and yeah, let's get to it. I'm excited. I'm dying to put this new stuff in. I also have a shift linkage as well that's going in the car, so the car's gonna feel great after today. Let's get it. Let's take this and do. That looks much better. As per usual, take off the wheels, disassemble the axles, unplug everything up top, do the bolts in that exact order. So let's get to it. So we're back. I'm full of 2 burgers cooked by yours truly, and I'm gonna tackle everything in the engine bay first, make sure everything up here is nice and cleared and ready, so that way once I get down there, I can take the axles out and then work on taking off the transmission bolt. So, see you guys there.
What are you up to so far?
I'm trying to disconnect the axles. Oh. My bag's over there. Oh, fuck. Why is that make so much noise?
Oh, she's hanging with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel, Chloe?
Don't. Oh. So, of course, the lower ball joint is giving me the biggest problem to come off, and it's the last piece that I need. You can turn it off.
This is recording Chloe and how she's supporting you. Sitting out on the stoop late night, watching her dad work. Right, Chloe?
Of course, it doesn't go as the way I thought it would, you know, the way it should go. Both lower ball joints do not want to separate, which does not allow me to take off the axles, which then doesn't allow me to drop the transmission. And being that it is 12:30 at night, I can't really sit here and beat the shit out of my ball joints making noise. Gotta be courtesy, gotta have courtesy of the neighbors. So, I'm calling it a night. Both my hands look like that. Pretty disgusting. I fucking hate it. Back at it again tomorrow morning, bright and early. See you then. Alright, we're back. It's Sunday morning, and I got straight to work, pulled the hammer out, beat the shit out of my lower ball joint, but not really. I only hit it a good few hard times, and that's all I needed. They came right out. So, axles, both of them are out within 10 minutes of being out here, so we're making good pace now. Time to do all the bolts around the transmission, and then prep to see how the I'm gonna drop this bitch. See you there. So, So a quick little overview of what's happened so far. I'm currently 5 bolts away from dropping the trans. I've got everything prepped up here on the top as far as what needs to be prepped, and the bottom is the same. I just have 2 bolts in the back down there that don't want to come out, and then I got these right there, those 3 right there. Once I get those 5 bolts out, the transmission is ready to drop. It's been a breeze since I got the ball joints out. Everything's gone smoothly thus far, and so now I'm taking Chloe Bear. Come on, Chloe. And we're gonna go to Greg's. I'm gonna get the 1/2-inch impact.
I mean, you acting like my enemy. It's crazy. I can't help it if you're feeling drained. All the pressure would turn you into my diamond back. Bro, no longer involved. Forget about it. Don't get out. That line is wrapping around. I need you to say something.
Yeah, so Duncan is not looking like a go because that shit is wrapped around the store. Ooh.
Out my mama basement to a condo downtown, cause it's all about location. I sit and drink wine and watch Californication of life.
I've literally been struggling for the last hour to get one bolt out. I heated it up 3 times with the torch, over 30 seconds each time getting it heated up. The first bolt on the bottom of that one needed 1 session of heating up and it broke free. I'm sitting there wailing on this bolt with a plug-in 1/2-inch impact and nothing. Call Russell, ask if I could use his big boy Milwaukee. Go and grab it, come back. Not even 30 seconds, I hit it twice. Bump, bump, broke free. Like, what? But I knew that it would gonna, like, in my head it was like either this bitch is coming out right now with this impact or I'm fucked. And because I knew when we put those bolts in, I used the Milwaukee impact to put it in. So I knew it was gonna need one to take it out. Luckily, all it took was 30 seconds. I don't have Russell's stuff no more than a minute or so. You know, like, it took me more time to drive there and drive back than me actually having it. So now I'm back to go give Russell his stuff and going back to go drop this damn trans. All right. Oh, jeez. Jeez. You see it. That's the transmission. That's the engine with no transmission. Exposed old clutch, piece of shit clutch. Huge shout out to Jane for helping me. She was the one who helped me get this dropped. She handled the jack while I guided it from up top, pried it away from the motor, and surprisingly we did it almost fucking flawlessly, which is amazing. I'm so proud of her. She was such a great help in that situation. It was a lot of anxiety on me, making sure that I don't drop my transmission and crack it, and she handled it perfectly fine and we executed it perfectly. So now do the work to get the old clutch off, clean everything up, get the shift linkage off, film an unboxing video of both clutch and shift linkage, and then get everything back on and button everything back up and have a new clutch and shift linkage. So, because it's always good, you know, get like in the moment shots. Whoa! Well, hopefully that doesn't slip. It's a little bit more wear and tear than what I anticipated, but what can I do? I'm not gonna wait. Can't leave my car like this. Maybe in a little bit. Maybe in a little bit. It's not like too bad. It's gonna have to do. Y'all see it? This thing is beefy. Looks amazing. You already know. Gotta do the comparison. I mean, the difference is, it just speaks for itself, you know? Like, just absolutely mind-shattering, the difference. This spring mechanism you see here in the front is what's gonna make all the difference in ride quality. So, without further ado, let's get this bad boy on. You'll see the vibes. Some side-by-side comparison of the second part of the shift linkage. Looking at it now, it actually has a pretty decent finish. A little bit of metallic in that gray, yeah. Looks good. That's good. Everything seems to line up pretty well. I'm just about to start putting everything back together and buttoning everything up, but I just wanted to show how I just put this together and my shift linkage. Literally, there's no wobble with how I put this back together. This is going to feel gated. This is going to feel really good. I can't wait. Little update. Sadly to say, the innovative shift linkage actually needed to be modified in order to fit the stock GSR dual bend shifter in between where it actually holds the shifter. After about 30 minutes I finally got it proper, at least as much as I could, because I'm tired of fiddling with it. I'm hoping that it's gonna work right. It's a shot in the dark, probably not gonna work with my luck. So now it's time to put the transmission back up and start binding things up. So called over Zach and Cooper and we're gonna attempt to try to do this. Hopefully it goes smooth. Should be. We'll see. So it may look like the same day, maybe not. I may look a little cleaner, and that's because it is a new day. It's now Monday, and just to give you guys a little insight of what I've had to deal with thus far. Okay, so starting number one, putting the transmission back took me about 2.5 hours to adjust it to be able to get a bolt into every single hole. And after that, I tackled the shift linkage. The innovative shift linkage did not even come close to fitting the original shifter that I had on there. So I had to take my torch, take pry bar, pry it out. About an hour total of back and forth between trying to get it to the right shape and it fitting and going back and forth under the car. Finally got that handled. Start buttoning everything up. Driver's side good. Go over to the passenger side. Last 2 bolts left are my lower ball joint and my tie rod. Tie rod is spinning. Lower ball joint, from hitting it with a hammer, no longer the threads were shot. I tried grinding it down, past it, didn't work, didn't want to grab it. So now here we are, a whole almost 2.5 days later, and I had to sit here and take apart the knuckle and pop my lower ball joint out. So now that I've got it out, I got the rental tool. New lower ball joint, and yeah, I'm hoping that this goes in decently easy, quick, because I got this out pretty quick. And once this is in, this lower ball joint can tighten, then I should be clear to start the car, see if the clutch is in and everything's good, and then drop the car. So that's where I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to work. I'm doing everything by myself and just trying not to get frustrated. This is definitely a process, so keep that in mind if you plan on doing your clutch completely by yourself. See you guys on the next update. For a little insight of how this is done, new lower ball joint, I'm going to tighten this so it pushes this that way and then squeezes that into the opening. Alright, so here we are. It's done. It's fucking done. I am now successful for like the 3rd or 4th time in changing out a clutch. Chris ended up showing up. I got the new lower ball joint, got the rental kit, everything, got here, got it in. It actually went pretty damn smooth. I got lucky there. And then I go put on the new bolts, and of course my initial problem was that the lower ball joint screw wasn't going on, so I changed that, so the new one goes on, no problem. But now when I get the new one on, the top knuckle arm bolt that goes to the camber kit is spinning, and I sat frustrated for like 40 minutes and I didn't know what the fuck to do. And so I got frustrated and I texted Chris, and then he was here within like a flash, and all it took was for he was gonna suggest it, and I was thinking it already before he got here. I was just waiting to have another mind here that was fresh, cleared, not frustrated. And so I said, will it work if we jack up the thing all the way to put pressure on it to make it stop spinning? Because we were originally trying to clamp it with the pliers and that wasn't working, so we jacked it up all the way, made it super tight, and just started ratcheting it down, and to no surprise it actually worked. So then I buttoned everything back up, went over everything twice, put the wheels on, went to go turn on the car, and this bitch did not want to turn on for like 30 seconds. I'm sitting there, wa-ta-ta-tan, 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 and nothing. And then I heard a boop boop, and I'm like, and I just held the key, and it's like boop 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 boop, and it just, you know. So it's on. I did it successfully, you know, as much as I could with all the hiccups that came into the way. The shifter feels crazy tight because of the way that I had to make shift it down there, but it also kind of feels really good because there is literally no play at all. This thing does not move. So I'm about to jack the car down now and take her for a drive.